All right, hey guys, welcome to tonight's team call. It is May 28th. We're almost to June. We have like 3 days left, so we've got this. Tonight I'm going to be talking to you guys a bit about inviting to challenge groups and coaching on Instagram, because a lot of you have come to me with questions on kind of how to get the conversation to kind of go the way you want it to, what to do when people ghost you, like how to invite, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to be talking about that tonight. And the question of the day, and you all have to answer this because I've heard there's a 50-50 split, and I want to see if that's actually true. So when you're going to the bathroom, do you fold or bunch your toilet paper? I totally bunch, and like I know a lot of people fold, and I like don't understand it because I would never take the time to fold my toilet paper. But Christina, you're next on my list. So do you fold or bunch your toilet paper?
Oh, we're talking this out loud?
Oh yeah. Oh, we're all gonna share this.
Oh, I'm a buncher. I
Okay,
have
cool.
to fold that stuff.
What about you, Megan?
Honestly, it depends. Like, either or. It's a 50-50 chance.
That's hilarious. I feel like maybe if I had a lot of time, I would like take my time and fold it into like a paper swan or something. But
This is too much information, but it depends how much toilet paper I'm using.
okay, fair enough. So that's okay. You're 50-50. Christina said bunch. Genevieve, what do you do?
I'm a designer and I'm super OCD, so I fold.
You fold too? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you fold. Now, I actually want to keep score of this. Okay, so 2 bunch, 1 fold, and I'm going to give you 1-on-1 since you're 50-50, Megan. All right, Jenny, what do you do?
I'm a buncher.
Bunch, okay. Jamie?
Fold.
Fold, and Jo Marie?
I'm a bunch.
Okay. Did I miss anyone?
How do you not get it everywhere? You guys are weird.
All right, so it's 5-3. Bunch is on the winning end of that one. But maybe if I had a larger sample size, it'd be 50-50. So now that we got that question.
You lose, Jamie. You lose.
I never lose.
You could think
I feel like the only one that's losing is when you get shit on your hands. So.
true.
Never happened far.
Oh, oops. We weren't going there.
Hasn't happened yet.
This is what you get when I can actually make it on a Monday call.
Emily's like, these are your friends?
Oh my god. All right. Let's get into some announcements. Now that we got that out of the way, we can all thank Brian. Thanks, Brian, for that amazing question. I won't tell him the results. That'd be weird. But I'll just keep them in my brain. All right, I'm going to mute all you guys. And if you have any questions during this, just feel free to unmute yourselves, interrupt me. Totally fine. I want you to ask questions. Okay, let's see. All right, awesome. Okay, so just a few quick announcements, and I know you guys know this, but just to go over it again, because it is coming, the month is coming to an end, is To Be Mindset launched. A lot of you have it already. There's the coach kit is $75 this month and this month only. I know it's not going to be on sale next month. So if you want it and you've been kind of waiting, like, should I get it, should I not get it? I would recommend, if you do want to get it this month, just because it is on sale. Success Club, you earn an exclusive Joel bobblehead if you get Success Club this month, and you also earn, if you're going to Summit, a photo op at Summit, and you help the whole team move towards Elite. So I know a lot of you guys are like super, super close to Success Club. So if you guys all hit it and you're going to Summit, you get an awesome photo op with some super trainer, I'm guessing. You guys have been, Clean Week, which is a free group that I'm running, starts on June 4th. Anyone is able to help me run it. They can add their own people to it. They can kind of see how it's done. I'm more than happy to have coaches run it with me. If you have your own free groups going, that's totally fine. If you don't run free groups, also okay. But I just want you to know that I'm running my free group starting on June 4th, and you're more than welcome to do it with me. Also, you guys have been asking about a To Be Mindset challenge group. I'm going to be running one June 18th. I'm going to be co-running 2 challenge groups. So I'll be running a regular challenge group for whatever people want to do with workout programs and such. And then I'm going to have an exclusive To Be Mindset challenge group just for that program, because I feel like it doesn't really mesh with the other ones. So I'm going to be running one just for that. I still have to kind of go through all the materials and everything and kind of see how I want to run it. But we've talked about this previously, is we're going to have like a To Be Mindset group every month, but it's going to be like a week or 2 just to get them like started with it. And then they're going to go into like a To Be Mindset community. That's just like an ongoing community and we're going to do it like team-wide too, just so we have it all together and everyone can help run it. And it's just not too much, because I know like when we ran the 80-day obsession group, it was really nice because so many of us were in there, so it really wasn't too much extra because we all split up posting and everything like that. So I still have to figure out like the specifics of it, but that's the date. Success Club, I'm at 10, Brian is at 4, Jenny is at 4, but I think she just signed a coach today, so she's at 6. It just doesn't come through yet. Jamie is at 4, Brooke is at 4, Jo Marie is at 4, and Stephanie is at 2. You guys are all so close to Success Club. Like, if you guys all hit Success Club this month, so Brian, Jenny, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If all 6 of you hit Success Club, and that's 6 elite points, and because I hit it too, it's 12 elite points. So if you guys all hit it, like, we just hit a major month of elite points. So I know that I offer incentives at the end of the month. Like if I'm really in a bind and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I need one more person or whatever it is, I usually offer an incentive. So if I have like an extra packet of Energize, or sometimes I actually have like a whole container of Energize, because Brian gets Energize and sometimes he doesn't use it quick enough. So I have like containers of Energize, and I will literally offer like that for free if they get a challenge group or a pack or just Shakeology or something along those lines. So offering incentives at the end of the month really, really does help.
Can I add something to that really quick, please?
Sure.
It's exactly what I did. I offered 1 free month of Shakeology. So
Awesome.
I got I hit Success Club. I was desperate.
I mean, desperate times come from desperate measures.
I'm not ruining my streak. So I was like,
yeah, I mean, if you guys know too, if you hit Success Club like for a year straight, you become a Success Club All-Star. And if you if you do it for 2 years straight, you get Success Club Legend, I'm pretty sure, and you get recognized at Summit, and you get like these really cute little ribbons and everything for it. So it's really, really cool. So, okay, we're going to talk about starting new conversations on Instagram. So I know a lot of you have reached out to me and you said you don't really know kind of who to reach out to, if you should or not. This person doesn't really seem like my tribe. Should I reach out to them? And like, how do I go about it without being creepy and like really random? So as some of you guys know that are working from the Elite Checklist, there are people that I reach out to every day that have already liked my stuff on Instagram. So I already feel like I have like a gateway to kind of message them or reach out to them in some way, shape, or form. So if someone has liked one of my posts, I definitely reach out to them. I will message them, be like, hey, like I saw you liked one of my posts. I appreciate it so much. Like the support from the Instagram community is what really helps me keep going with my health and wellness journey. Are you on your own journey, or like, are you following some kind of workout plan, anything like that? So kind of get the conversation rolling like that. If they voted on a poll, depending on what the poll is, of course, if they just say like, does your cat like feet? like I always do, because my cat loves my feet. I mean, you can definitely reach out to them if you want to chat about cats. But I'd say probably reach out to them if you're doing a poll about like, do you need help with your nutrition, or do you want to get sweaty in 25 minutes with these workout programs? Do you want to try these workout programs for 2 weeks for free? Like something like that, I'd reach out to them about. Or if it's like a really cool poll you run that has to do with something you're really interested in, like, would you rather use this dish soap or this dish soap kind of thing? Maybe ask them like, why did you choose this dish soap? Or I don't know. People that follow you. So people that follow you are super important because they already like you enough to like follow you and watch what you're doing and kind of like follow along with your journey. So definitely reach out to people that follow you because they did so for a reason and they're already interested in your stuff. Also, if they're watching your Insta story, like I have a probably like 200 people every single day that watch my Insta story like consistently. And it's the same pretty much people like every single day. And like, of course, like a few new ones are thrown in here and there. But definitely reach out to people that are watching your Insta story, because I tell people this all the time. Insta stories are like a cheat code to coaching, because you don't even need to have a conversation with them for them to know you. So these people that have been watching my story for like months on end, I'm sure already feel like they know me. And if I reach out to them, they'd be like, oh yeah, like I know this girl. Like I watch her Insta story every day. Like I watch her talk about her cats and how crazy she is. So like it's like easy to have a conversation because they already feel like they know you. So how do you find new people? So if you're not pulling people that are already kind of like on your page, interacting with your page. Oh, also, if anyone ever comments on your stuff too, commented on a post. So of course, if someone's commented on a post, you can definitely reach out to them as well. So how do you find new people? And I always say, this is how I find people, is I really just use search hashtags that relate to me, because I have pretty specific interests when it comes to, I find that I get along with scientists and like outdoorsy people and just people that love to hike, get lost in nature. So like I have a pretty niche tribe that I look for on Instagram. But if you find, like, it could be anything. It could be like a dog mom. It could be like, you know, whatever. Bunny Angle was doing one where she's like 3 weeks pregnant, or like whatever, searching those hashtags when she was 3 weeks pregnant. It could make sure it's really specific, like to you. So for example, I wouldn't search this because it really, I don't know who I would get with this, but like I wouldn't search Bengal cat, but like be specific like that. Because I have Bengal cats, I would probably like tag Bengal cat instead of just like cat or cats of Instagram. Like be really specific with the hashtags you search, because that's what's going to bring you to your tribe. So you could also search locations. I don't necessarily search Fort Lauderdale, like where I live, because I find that my tribe is just not in Fort Lauderdale. But if you know of a location where you feel your tribe really is, like I always search, and I don't know if Brooke's on right now, but I search Colorado Springs. Some reason, like my tribe is in Colorado Springs. Also, for some reason, my tribe is in Bozeman, Montana. So like it really depends like the kind of people you're looking for, and like search locations that you think that they would be. Like I search national parks all the time for people that look like they would be, that I would be friends with. Also look through people related to people that follow you. So what I mean by that is if you are following someone on Instagram that you really vibe with, like you think they're awesome. So like I'm just going to pull up Amy Silverman. This is not like a good example, but just because you guys all know her. My internet's really slow. So if you go to her page, I don't know if you guys can see this, but if you go to her page, so say this is someone you're following and like you're talking with them back and forth and you really, really like them, you like their style, you like their vibe, and you want to find other people like them, you go to their page and then you click that little down arrow right here. Oh, and it shows other people just like them on Instagram. So you can go to their page, check them out, and it's a really, really useful tool to find other people that are similar to the person that you're really vibing with. Another thing too is I like to follow, for example, there's someone on Instagram that I follow, and she has a really, really good engagement on her page. And it's all just like, it's like hiking. It's like an outdoorsy chick. And what I do is, I'm just going to use Amy Silverman again, just because I'm on her page already, is when you go to their picture, just scroll down and look at who's commenting on their picture and see if anyone in there like looks like they'd be a good fit for you, and click on them, because the people that are commenting on Instagram means that they're really active on Instagram if they're taking the time to comment on other people's stuff. So like say you're a vegan or you're a vegetarian, like follow like a really popular vegan recipe blogger that's on Instagram, and just like go through the comments that people are commenting, and don't, like, of course you know what the bots look like. Don't go after someone that's like nice, neat, great recipe. Like go for people that are actually commenting, and like message them if you find that they said something that was kind of relatable that you liked, or that you just want to like talk more about, or if they just seem like a really awesome person when you go to their page. So that's another, I think I love going through comments, because those are the people that are really active on Instagram, and you're more likely to get a response if you DM them. So I included some scripts here. So remember to tailor these to the person that you're messaging and make them your own. So of course, don't if you go to the person's page and it's like, and you're asking if they're on their own fitness journey, and you can clearly see from their page that every single page or a picture has something to do with their fitness journey. Don't ask them if they're on their fitness journey. Like they clearly are. Ask them like, oh, like what program are you following, or something along those lines. So these are just like thank you messages to start a conversation off of people that have liked your post, that have followed you, that are watching your Insta story. So take a look at these. They're also in the scripts document that's in the team page. There's a link to it in the team page. So take a look at these scripts and really use them, because it's just like a really nice way just to reach out to someone, to thank them, and to get a new conversation going. Okay, so now this is where I kind of failed when I was a baby coach, because I was like, I didn't know how to like have a conversation. I could talk to a wall in person, but like for some reason through text, I was like, I don't know how to talk to people through text, like just call me or whatever. But I eventually learned through a lot of trial and error and practice. But first and foremost, be you. Like when I first started, I was trying to be someone I was not, and clearly the conversations like just didn't go anywhere, because people can tell, even though like it's through text, like you can still tell. I also find that asking questions is really big. So like really take an interest in the person, like ask them questions. Don't just ask them like, like generic questions, like ask them real questions. Like, where are you from, and what do you do? Like, how old are your kids? Like of course, like it depends on the person, but no one's going to think you're creepy if like you're being consistent on social media. If they go to your page, they feel like they know you immediately if you're being consistent. And then also tell them about yourself. So that's another big thing that I didn't do at first, is I didn't tell anyone about myself. Like I just kept asking questions and wanting to know about them, but I never said anything about myself. And that's really hard to build a relationship, because the person feels like they don't know you. So make sure that you really talk about yourself. Like you don't have to like talk about yourself like paragraphs on paragraphs, but if they ask you a question, like make sure you elaborate. Don't just say like, good, great. You know how like when your kids come home from school, how was school? Good. Like, no, like elaborate and like help them get to know you, because that's how they're going to get to know you, is through DM and through your Instagram stories. And if they're talking about something that you could really relate to, like relate to them about it. So this is like a really bad example, but like if I see someone that has their dog ran away or their cat ran away or something like that, I can relate to them, because my cat ran away for 4 months and it was the most devastating thing ever. And like it just relates to like you're just connecting with them on a deeper level, because like you've been through it, they're going through it. Like you just like try to really relate to them with whatever it is. Even if like you have kids and your kids are in school and like you miss your kids, you're like, oh, does anyone else like feel that they just like miss their kids so much, and you just want to see them grow, and just really relate to people on whatever they're going through. Also, when you're messaging people on Instagram, don't just message them because like they kind of interacted in your page some way. Like make sure that you would really vibe with them. Like go to their page, stalk them a little bit, make sure that you would get along with them and that they're your tribe, because I promise you, when you do that, the conversation just flows. Like it's literally effortless, because you guys have so much in common. You like bounce it off of each other. Like I have some people that I've been talking to for like years, and they're not on the team, they're not challengers or anything yet, but like I literally feel like I know them. They're like my friends, because like I just by looking at them, like their page, like we just flow. We have similar interests. We're going through certain like different points in our life, but we've all been through like kind of the same thing. So it's really, really important to kind of find your tribe and message them. Like if you see someone on there, like if I find a girl on there that's into like video games and like reading sci-fi novels, I'm probably not going to message her, because I don't have anything to relate to her about. So really make sure you're finding your tribe before you kind of chat with people. Also, this is another thing. I forgot who was talking to me about this, but they said like, oh, I don't know how to talk about health and wellness. Don't talk about health and wellness. Like just be you. Don't force a conversation in any way, shape, or form. Just literally be their friend. You do not have to talk about health and wellness at all. Because it just flows so much more naturally when you're not trying to like interject with, oh, like, like what meal plan are you following? Like, of course, if it comes up, talk about it, but don't feel like if you're not talking about that, you have to bring it back to that, because you don't at all. Just be you, let the conversation flow, build a relationship, and like just become friends with the person. Okay, so now is the inviting part. So once you've built up the relationship enough, invite the person to a challenge group, free group, or coaching. So when I say built up the relationship enough, like, it depends on like the back and forth, but I'd usually say, like, when you feel like you know the person a little bit, like you know some stuff about them, you know, they know about you, that's enough. Like, you don't have to go on and on and on for months. Like, you can go literally back and forth like 5 times, and that's totally enough if you feel the conversation is significant enough. It can't just be like, hey, like, how was your weekend? Did you do anything fun? No. Like, that's not really a conversation. Make sure that like the conversation is like legit, and 5 times back and forth is totally enough, and then you can invite. So also make the invite random. The conversation does not have to lead to the invite. You can just throw the invite out there. So this is something I know I thought at first. It's like, I have to lead them to, the invite. No, you don't have to at all. Like I said, just do your conversation thing on your own. And then when it's time to invite, throw it out there. It doesn't have to be planned. It could just be a super random message. Even if they didn't respond to your last message yet, you could just throw them in there. Just like, hey, I totally meant to ask you, like, kind of like off, just like off the cusp, kind of like invite. Also, this is something I've been telling coaches too, and I'll add this in here. So you want to invite to a challenge group. Now, I know some people kind of invite like as they go, which I don't understand how, because I would not remember who I invited and who I didn't. I invite 2 times throughout the entire month. 1 week before a free group, 2 weeks before a challenge group. I invite everyone on my contact list, like the 1 week before for a free group and 2 weeks before for a challenge group. I just find it keeps it clean. It keeps it easy. I don't ever like repeat invites because I know who I've invited already. Like, everyone on my contact list is done. Now, however, for coaching, I'm consistently inviting to coaching throughout the month. Those are the cold invites that we've talked about. Sorry, I can't say. No, not cold. Okay, consistently inviting to coaching throughout the month. I'll just say cold invites. However, say you're going through that 2 weeks before the challenge group, and you're going through your contact list and you're inviting to your challenge group, but you see someone that would be a much better coach than a challenger, invite them to coaching. Don't invite them to be a part of the challenge group. And if they say no to coaching, then invite them to a challenge group. Let's see. And that's for like warm invites. So when you're warm inviting to coaching and you're going through 2 weeks before a challenge group and you see someone, invite them. But other than that, the cold invites to coaching, I do consistently throughout the month. So these are just some scripts that I pulled right from the scripts. Make sure to change these up. So this is a challenge group invite, and these are all the appropriate length for Instagram, so it doesn't have to come through in 2 different messages. It's all right there in one message. It doesn't overflow or anything like that. So I made sure to check all of these before I put them in the scripts, just so you guys don't have to like break out messages and everything. Clear, concise, sweet, to the point. So challenge group invite, clean week invite, and this is a cold coach invite, but you could also make this a warm coach invite too. I just like by switching it up, the wording a little bit. Again, these are all in the scripts file, so make sure you check those out. Okay, so now what? There's 3 options that could happen. 1, they could say, yeah, I'm interested. 2, they could say no. Or 3, they could be like, peace out, I'm ghosting you for life. So all those things happen very normally. Honestly, I always say for every 10 no's you get, maybe you'll get a yes. So keep that in mind. Like, the no to yes ratio is pretty high. So the person says yes, they want more information. So that's great. If you're invited into a challenge group, ask them a question. See, this is all in the scripts too. So what I usually do is when someone says yes to a challenge group, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. I'm so happy for you for taking your health seriously and like wanting to pursue this. And then we kind of chat back and forth about what their goals are, so I can help them pick out a workout program. And then we chat about what flavor of Shakeology that they would want. And it's all in the scripts. Like, it's right there for you. You can literally copy and paste it and ask them kind of like, what kind of workouts do they enjoy, what their goals are, and they list out all the Shakeology flavors for them to choose from. And then also talk about the price and see the scripts for this too. It has a whole entire script laying out the price and like how much value they're getting for such a little price. So I personally, and I still think this, like 160 is dirt cheap for what they're getting. So make sure that the script really does, or what you're sending them really does tell them like how much value they really are getting for what they're paying for. And then Alexis made this prospect challenger flowchart. This is a file within the team page, and it literally goes through what to do when XYZ happens, and like it goes through like a little storyboard. It's really awesome, and it really, really helps people that are kind of stuck as like where to go from this point in the conversation. So if they say yes to a free group, ask them for their Facebook info so you could add them to their group if you're running it on Facebook. If you're not running it on Facebook and you're running it on the Challenge Tracker app, of course, ask them for their email so you can add them to the Challenge Tracker app. They say yes to coaching and they want more information. So this one's a little different because coaching is so much more involved than a challenge group. So you say something along the lines of like, this is what I say, like literally word for word. Awesome, girl. Thank you so much for being so open-minded and willing to learn more about coaching. I know we just met, but would you mind texting or shooting me your email? I find it so much easier than Instagram direct message. If not, here works too. Totally don't want to come off like a creep. So then like the ball's in their court. They can either give you their phone number or their email address. Honestly, I get a 50-50 of both. Some people say, hey, I text way more, or some people are like, hey, shoot me the information via email. I think it'll be easier to see that way. So don't be afraid. And this is like, I know this is a little scary to send this message. I was super hesitant to send this message at first because sometimes this is the second message I ever send someone. If I cold invite them to coaching and they say, I want more information, that's the second message I send them. So I literally ask for their phone number like within 2 minutes of meeting them. So if they give you their phone number, use the scripts to just describe more about coaching. Again, this is all in the scripts file. It literally says like what to say when someone's interested or wants more information about coaching. And then if they send you their email, you should have an email like saved within your snippets of Gmail. And if you don't know how to do that, there's a file on it, and it just like literally shows you how to save a bunch of different snippets. So you can just like click on it, and then it'll just pull up the message into your message that you're sending to the person, and you just hit send. Like that's it. It's so simple. So make sure you have something like that drafted so you can just like click it and send as soon as they ask or they give you their email. And again, you can kind of like bunch together the scripts within the scripts file and put it together in like an email form that really flows nicely and everything like that. And that's what you could send to them. So you can see the coaching conversation file as well. That's in the team page, and that literally goes through everything you need to know to like let them know about coaching. Another thing too, I know this is scary, but if someone's really interested in coaching and you like text it back and forth a little bit, they run back and forth through email and they're still a little hesitant. And I know this is like outside of a lot of people's comfort zone, but I challenge you to hop on the phone with them. And if you want, it could be a 3-way call with me on there as well. So you can even just like, you can say, hey, my coach, we'll kind of like walk you through everything. You know, I'm a little bit new and I would rather her talk to you about it and me just kind of like sit there and help out. Or you can lead the conversation and I can just sit there and like kind of interject when I feel need be. So totally up to you. We can do 3-way calls. You can do it on your own, but I find the more that you do it, the better you get at talking on the phone with it. And honestly, when people hear your voice and your passion about what you do, like they're more likely to say yes just because they feel like they know you. I know over this past week, I've had 3 or 4 phone calls with people just talking about coaching. And like, I already feel like we're friends because we hopped on the phone. So definitely hop on the phone if you feel comfortable with it. I challenge you to do it every once in a while. And I'll be here if you ever want to do a 3-way call and you don't want to do it by yourself. So this person says, no, thank you. That totally happens more often than not. So they're like, no, it's not the right time, or it's too expensive. It's not for me. And if they don't give you a reason, just ask in a polite way, like, hey, no worries, girl, I totally understand. May I ask you why you feel this isn't right for you? Just curious. So they could give you an objection. And there's so many things in the scripts file, whether it be the price, no time, whatever it is, and then there's like a response to the objection in the scripts file, so you can totally use those to your advantage. And use the feel, felt, found method. So say they're like, I don't have enough time to work out. You can be like, I totally feel you, girl. Like, that's how I felt when I was working 3 jobs and I just felt like I had no time to myself. But I found that these workout programs really help me because they're only 30 minutes and I can do them from anywhere. So use that feel, felt, found method. It really, really helps like really sympathize with the person, but tell them, I felt the same way, and be genuine about this. Don't just like say whatever you want. Be genuine about this and just tell them how this has helped you as much as it has, because it really can help them too. Okay, and this one, everyone loves this one. The person ghosts you, and Alexis just did a call on this on like kind of what to do if someone ghosts you. But this is, I mean, and I agree with everything she said, but this is kind of what I do is I follow up with them a couple days later by either commenting on a picture and I say, awesome picture, but obviously it's less generic than that. Like if it's a picture of like a dog or food or whatever it is, I'm like, oh my gosh, your dog is so cute. What's his or her name? And then I'll say, I sent you a message, not sure if you saw. And like, that's it. And then sometimes people like, you know, saw their message and they clicked off of it on accident and forgot to respond. Some people saw it, but they, or some people didn't see it and they just like, I don't know, somehow it got opened. And then they'll be like, oh, like, I totally didn't see your message, and they'll respond to you. Or I'll send them another DM and be like, hey, and it could be something random. Like it doesn't even have to do with what say I sent them the invite and they didn't respond, but I saw that they saw it. Maybe they have like an Instagram story or something, and like I'll comment on something on their Instagram story. So it'll show up in their DM, but it looks like it is a new message, but it'll like kind of remind them, oh, hey, like I never responded to the previous message kind of thing. And if they ghost you more than 2 or 3 times, either follow up with them in about a month or bless and release. Some people just aren't ready for this. It's not the right time, and that's totally fine. Give them their space, you know, tell them if you ever need anything, like I'm here when you're ready kind of thing. Or most is, I guess the person says no too. I'm thinking of these things. Ask for referrals. So if it's not for them, ask them. If they say no, if it's not for them, ask them, do you know anyone that could benefit from this kind of thing? So that being said, I'm going to look. I saw some of you guys chatted. Let me see if there's any questions. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and take you all. Does anyone have any questions on? Is that good? Did that help? Yeah, it like put things up for you. No one has any questions? It was that great of an explanation? Guys, I don't think I've ever talked so fast in my entire life. All right, awesome. Well, if you don't have any questions, I'll let you guys go. Wait, we have to take a picture first, so everyone smile. And Jenny, turn around.
Okay, I'll get out of bed. It's been a week. It's only Monday.
I know. Okay, ready?
No.
You good? I look so gross. I'm still like sweaty at the shower. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Aw, so cute. Thanks, guys. All right, is Jamie taking one?
No.
No, you're not. I'm always like mid-sentence when you take your pictures.
No.
Or making some crazy face. All right, guys. Well, thanks for hopping on. And starting tomorrow, team workouts are going to start up again. Sorry, I was like MIA last week, Vegas time. Jamie, I don't know how you get up with me and do your workouts at like 5 a.m.
Christina does too.
So does Christina. Oh yeah, Christina. Yeah, you do too. Like, I don't know how you guys do it. When I was in Vegas, I was like, I'm going to get up early and like keep on going with those workouts at that time. And I was like, hell no. But so power hours and team workouts are back on. So expect all those Zoom links to be posted in the team page. But all right, I'll let you guys know. I hope this was helpful. Let you guys know.
It was really helpful.
Let you guys go. What?
It was really helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. If you have any questions, feel free to like either send it in the box or text me privately, whatever you guys want to do. I'm here to help you. But have a great night, guys, and have an awesome short week for those of you that are in the US. All right, very
Bye.
good.